Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. Aimee here. Today we're going to talk about my most anticipated reads for the year of 2024. For at least the first 6 months at least. That's all I can really find. So of course we'll try to do this again through half of the year to see what other great books 2024 has in store for us. But I have a great list, in my opinion anyway, of new books from some of my favorite authors, and hopefully possibly maybe a new author. So let's get into it. First on my list, I actually have this book in my possession. This is No One Can Know by Kate Alice Marshall. Kate Alice Marshall wrote What Lies in the Woods, which I absolutely loved. I gave 5 stars. Even though I've only read the one book by Kate Alice Marshall, she really did leave a handprint there for me, and I'm here for it. So I've actually already started reading this. This comes out on January 23rd of 2024. I'm only about 12 chapters in. Yeah, 12 chapters in, but we're going back and forth from then and now, so we have a little bit of a timeline. We're following 3 sisters, Emma, Juliet, and Daphne. Juliet is the oldest of the sisters and sort of more like her mother wanted her to be. She's going to be the one in the pearls and the tight sweaters and the Mary Janes. She's going to play the role of the girl that her mother wants her to be. But is she truly that girl? We shall find out. And then we have Emma, who's also always kind of been sort of like the bad girl, sort of rebelling from her parents. And then we have Daphne. Daphne seems to be, I'm just getting to know these characters, but Daphne seems to be more of the troubled sister. So the book brings us back 14 years ago at the murder of these 3 girls' parents. And now we're going from then to now with the sisters telling their story from that night and to where they are today. I am in it. I am loving it so far. Just 12 chapters in, like I said, but absolutely loving it. I have no idea where this is going to go. The sisters were sort of suspects, as well as another character we are finding out about in the story. So returning to her childhood home, we follow Emma and her husband Nathan, and she's not very welcomed back to her hometown just because of the events of the past. And that's really all I'm gonna say about this book. But like I said, so far I'm really loving it. But yes, if you are not a Book of the Club member, it releases on January 23rd. But if you are a Book of the Month Club member, I highly recommend you maybe make this one of your picks. These are in no particular order, by the way. I will go from January to June, but otherwise the dates I didn't really put in any type of order. So on January 16th, we have Only If They're Lucky by Stacy Willingham. She has also become one of my go-to type of authors. She's had 2 book releases, and I have really enjoyed both of them. I don't want to read too much into these books. I'll probably get more into that as we do new releases each month. But this one says a tantalizing thriller about the nature of friendships and belonging, about loyalty, envy, and betrayal. And this is also going to be classified as a psychological suspense. Coming out on January 16th, I'll talk about more of this book in that video about January new releases. On January 29th, we get a new book from Kay Webster. I'm really excited about this. This is actually, though, book 3 of a series, but it can be read as a standalone. I have not read any books from this series. I don't even know what the series name is, but I did see somewhere, I think on Goodreads. I'm on her website right now because Goodreads does not have the cover. But as far as I know, this is going to be the cover. This is The Heart of Smoke by Kay Webster. This is a new age gap, enemies to lovers, male-male romance. This looks like it's going to be about a therapist and a patient. And knowing Kay Webster is going to be very taboo, but it does say this is a complete male-male standalone novel with a happily ever after, as always. Oh, it's part of the Shameful Secrets series. The first book is The Teacher of Nothing. The second book is The Tangle of Awful. And I do believe both those first two books are male-female romances. So if you want to dive into the series, or if you just want to read book 3, it comes out on January 29th. Moving on to February, on February 20th of 2024, I'm really excited about this one because we haven't really heard from this author since his book, The Woman in the Window. So AJ Finn is giving us a new book. This is End of Story by AJ Finn. So excited to get another book from this author. I loved The Woman in the Window. I know there was some controversy around it, but I loved the book regardless. So this looks like it's going to be about a reclusive mystery novelist, Sebastian Trapp, and he wants to tell his story. His life is coming to an end, and he's ready to talk about it. So it looks like we're gonna have a little bit of a timeline. We're gonna go back to 20 years earlier on New Year's Eve of 1999 about the story of Sebastian Trapp. I'm really excited about this one, like really excited. On February 15th of 2024, we have The Step Bet by Riley Hart and Devin McCormick. I haven't heard from both these authors like doing a duet writing or writing a book together. I mean, of course, I've read Riley Hart, but Devin McCormick I haven't noticed anything from this author, and I really love his books, standalone and with other authors. There is no cover as of right now that I know of. I haven't found anything, but of course, hopefully by the time this is actually released in February, we'll have a cover. So this says it's a By Awakening Rivals to Lovers, Heat and Steam, Naughty Bet's Forbidden Romance. This is the first book in the Peach State Stepbrothers series. It can be read as a standalone. It says the cover and the blurb will be coming soon. Trigger warning. There is one that says a secondary character struggles with addiction. So we don't quite have a true like synopsis, but it does look like it's going to be a stepbrothers to lovers type of story, which I'm all about. So looking forward to this one. Moving on to March 5th, day before my birthday, we get a new book from Simone St. James. Super excited. It's been a little while since we've heard from Simone St. James. This is Murder Road. Riley Sager says it's a trip well worth taking. It looks like we're going back to 1995. The first line of the synopsis says a young couple find themselves haunted by a string of gruesome murders committed along an old deserted road in this terrifying new novel taking place in July of 1995. Yes, it just sounds like it's going to be a great time. I'm really excited about another book from Simone St. James, one of my favorite thriller author. We have a new book from Lisa Unger. Lisa Unger is a favorite author, but I do have sort of like an up and down issue, I guess, with Lisa Unger. For the most part, I've liked pretty much everything I've read, but there have been a few duds, but for the most part, I really enjoy her writing. But we have The New Couple in 5B, releasing on March 5th as well. This one just says a couple inherits an apartment with a spine-tingling past. Could this possibly be a haunted house, haunted apartment type of story? Who knows where this is gonna go, but I'm excited regardless. Releasing on March 12th, we have a new book from Jessie Walker. Jessie Walker is the author of the Lost Boys series. The first two books are When There's a Will, If There's a Way, I think. Sometimes I can get confused which one's first, but those two books were about the same couple. So in this book, Every Breath After, also it says cover coming soon. I think this is going to be Jeremy and Mason's story. Jeremy is the sister of one of the guy's friends back when they were younger, you know, when they grew up together when they were younger. He's gay. We get some of him in both the books. I really love his character. Mason actually dated Jeremy's sister. I was drawing a blank. It's a very complicated story. You really do need to read from the beginning. Now, this book actually, I think, was supposed to come out in 2023, and we never got it. So we have a date of March 12, 2024, but I'll keep you posted on if that's gonna, you know, be for sure. But anyway, I'm really excited if it is coming out in 2024, because I have been wanting Jeremy and Mason's story since I met these two characters. So Mason, I believe, is considering himself straight, of course. So I'm anxious to see how this relationship gets started. On April 2nd, we get a new book from Holly Jackson, and I think we're gonna go back into the podcast documentary world. So I'm really excited about this book, even though I'm not necessarily disappointed. Well, yeah, I guess I was disappointed in sort of the last book of the Good Girl's Guide to Murder series, but I'm really excited about this one. This is the reappearance of Rachel Price, and it just says, a new true crime fueled mystery thriller about a girl determined to uncover the shocking truth about her missing mother while filming a documentary on the unsolved case. So we have 18-year-old Belle, lived her whole life in the shadows of her mom's mysterious disappearance. 16 years ago, Rachel Price vanished, and young Belle was the only witness, but yet she has no memory. So, I can't wait. I'm excited. Okay, this next book releases on April 30th of 2024. Now, I've never read anything by this author, but I ran across her Instagram, and she was talking about her new book coming out in April, and it just sounded really, really good, and I got really excited because of the cover. So the cover looks like a VHS tape. I am a nostalgic type of gal, and I just immediately fell in love with it right away. It says she wrote The Perfect Marriage and You Shouldn't Have Come Here. I've never read any of those books. Let me know in the comments if you've read those, and should I read them? I probably will. I probably will go back and read them. But this one says, after their mother passes, 3 estranged siblings reunite to sort out her estate. A VHS tape reveals a night back in 1999 that none of them has any memory of. I don't want to read too much into that. But anyway, yeah, I've never read anything by this author, but this cover really intrigued me. And the author coming up on Instagram, of course I started following her, talking about her next book, it really got to me, and I was really feeling it. The VHS tape, 1999, what the kids are gonna find out through this VHS tape, I'm here for it, all here for it. 3 more books to talk about, coming out at the end of May 28th. This is One Perfect Couple by Ruth Ware. I still haven't read 0 Days by Ruth Ware, so I need to jump into that in the year of 2024. But this one just says, a fast-paced, spellbinding thriller, rife with intrigue and characters that feel so true to life. This novel proves yet again that Ruth Ware is the queen of psychological suspense. It looks like one of our characters is going to be trying out for a real-life TV show. It's going to be taking place on an island. Might be like a secluded island type of mystery or suspense thriller. I don't know, but Ruth Ware is one of my go-tos, so I'm looking forward to this one. Also releasing on May 28th of 2024, Lucy Foley is giving us a new book, The Midnight Feast. I don't have a cover yet, so Of course, I'm sure it'll be here by the time it actually comes out, so of course I'll show you that then. But we haven't, or I feel like we haven't heard from Lucy Foley in a minute. So I'm really excited. I'm not sure, it doesn't really have a synopsis yet, but it says the deliciously twisted new locked room murder mystery from a best-selling author of The Guest List. Welcome to the opening weekend of The Manor, a luxury resort built on top of old secrets in an ancient wood. A locked room thriller. Very excited about that. It looks like we have the founder, the lover, the mystery guest, the kitchen help, the detective. All have an agenda, all have a past, but not everyone will survive. Really excited for another Lucy Foley. And Riley Sager is giving us a new book on June 18th of 2024. We have Middle of the Night. Love this cover. It says, in this latest jaw-dropping thriller, a man must contend with the long ago disappearance of his childhood best friend and the dark secrets lurking just beyond the safe confines of his picture-perfect neighborhood. So we have childhood best friends Ethan and Billy. We're camping out in the backyard of their quiet suburban cul-de-sac neighborhood when Ethan woke up alone the next morning with no Billy in sight. Even though once again I've had some hits and misses with Riley Sager, it's always a good time, a good experience, and I can't wait for this next one. Alright, that's all I've got for now, but we'll be back maybe come the middle of the year with some more most anticipated books for the rest of the year. I'm really looking forward to 2024. I can't wait to see what more great books we get. But as always, thank y'all so much for watching. Let me know in the comments what you are looking forward to in 2024 as far as books go, or anything. Just let me know what you're looking forward to in 2024. A new year, a new you. The possibilities are endless. Hope you had a great holiday season, a Merry Christmas and Happy New Year's from my house to yours. And I'll see you very, very soon in another video. Bye, y'all.